Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to talk to you all about Fortnite Battle Royale's newest update. This is actually a pretty big update and there's actually some pretty significant changes to the game in this update. Starting off with the new Chug Splash item. This is a thrown healing item. When it is thrown, it creates liquid in a small area and all players within the splash radius will instantly be granted 20 HP or shield. If you're at 100 HP, you'll get shield. If you're less than 100 HP, you'll get HP to the point where you'll start gaining shield. Chug Splash can heal allies, enemies, and can extend the duration of knocked players. So you could throw this at somebody who's knocked as you're running to them to allow them to exist on the ground slightly longer. It's rare, so it's going to be blue. It drops in stacks of 2 and it has a max size of 6. It can be found from floor loot, chests, vending machine, supply drops, and llamas. This is another healing item. It's a good thing. Pretty much, yeah. Like, we need more healing items. It's way too common to not find shield or to have a hard time finding shield, and with how Fortnite is as a game, I don't think anybody enjoys dropping in and not finding shield or having a really hard time finding shield. I just don't think it really creates an enjoyable game, so adding more shield items to the game is a good thing in my opinion. This does have the unique effect of being able to heal allies from a distance or however you want to use it. It's pretty interesting, but at its core it's a new shield item, so hopefully we'll be able to use this in game and have an easier time finding shield. One major change in this update is the shotgun swap delay was removed. Shotgun cooldowns now only apply when the player is carrying multiple shotguns regardless of shotgun type. They said, this is a quality of life change to prevent the swap delay system from interfering with players who do not have multiple shotguns in their inventory. As with all changes, we'll be keeping a close eye on this and make adjustments if necessary. So basically this will prevent you from getting the shotgun delay when you're editing or when you're building. Like, let's say you jump, shoot your shotgun, build a floor, you'll instantly be able to shoot again. Or if you shoot, build a wall, you're back to your gun, you'll instantly be able to shoot again unless you have multiple shotguns in your inventory. This is actually the best thing they could have done in my opinion. One of the best at least. This doesn't really affect the combat shotgun too much, but like the pump this would really affect because like it has such a slow fire rate as it is. But yeah, it basically you won't get that delay when building or editing. It's a good thing. I never thought they would actually do this just because that's really probably difficult to code. But now the shotgun delay only happens if you're actually carrying multiple shotguns. This next change is a nerf to the combat shotgun, which I actually do not like. Reduce the combat shotgun's long range effectiveness, reduce the damage at medium distances by 10%, and reduce the damage at long distances by 20%. And the reason why I think this is a bad thing for them to nerf the combat shotgun is because they did not increase the spawn rate of it when they nerfed it. It's one thing if they want to nerf it and make it weaker, that's fine, but I feel like they should also make it more common if they're going to make it weaker. I don't know, that's how I see it at least. Now you're going to have the combat shotgun, which isn't as good, but you still won't be getting it as much, so we still have to use the attack. I don't know. I feel like you could nerf it down a bit, maybe make it a bit weaker, and then make it have the same spawn rate as attack or the spawn rate it had initially. That way it's more common. You can have the shotgun that is I like using much more than attack. Even with it being nerfed, I feel like I'll like it a lot more than attack. But it won't be as absurd as it once was. But they just chose to nerf it and not do anything with the spawn rate at all. So it's a major problem with the game still, is that you're probably just going to have to not have the combat shotgun sometimes and you're going to have to use the attack, unfortunately. The next thing they did was they vaulted the boom bow, the dual pistols, and the dynamite. This is actually a pretty interesting change. I'd always hoped that they would just remove the boom bow's explosive damage and just have it as like an on-hit weapon. Kind of like a sniper, but a little bit different. But they opted to vault it. It's still a good thing. It was extremely overpowered and they needed to do something drastic or remove it. So that's good. Dynamite being removed is a good thing. Dual pistols, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I thought they were pretty usable, and especially with the pump being gone, they were somewhat viable. With the combat shotgun nerf, they might have even become more viable, but they're gone now. It said these vaults were primarily targeted at adjusting the availability of explosives, putting them more in line with where they think they should be. Either way, 3 items being removed from the game is a good thing. I think the loot pool is very, very, very saturated at the moment. There's a lot of things in the game, especially which makes it hard to find shield early game, which is the thing that annoys me most, is when you can't find shield. So with this update, they added a shield item and then removed 3 non-shield items. So the probability of you getting shield items should be higher. I don't really know exactly how the RNG works in this game, but in theory, less items interfering with you getting shield items would be a good thing. Removed the ability to ride proximity grenade launcher projectiles. Not the biggest thing. They made the storm flip mimic the storm timer initially, so you have to stand in it in a full second before you actually get damage from it. They fixed the glitch where players could shoot immediately after using a rift to go. That was like an exploit that you could use to shoot at people as you rift them. And that's basically it. There's nothing else too major in this update. There's a lot of minor bug fixes as always, and they did some things that could potentially make the game better. Like there was something in the performance rendering optimizations on player built walls to help in-game situation with thousands of building pieces. Sounds like a good thing, but I don't really know what that means. So there's just a lot of minor bug fixes like that. That's the big things for this update though. The combat shotgun was nerfed. The combat shotgun, the shotgun, what's it called? Delay timer was changed where it only takes effect if you have multiple shotguns. We have the new healing item, and the boom bow, the dual pistols, and the dynamite were all vaulted. Let me know what you think of this update in the comments down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please do remember to give it a like rating and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thanks for watching. There we go. Like, the boom bow is absurdly overpowered. I just won that game because of it, but like, I would never say it's not OP. I don't think everybody could do what I did right there. Like, I don't think it's that hard, but a lot of players don't understand it well enough to be able to do what I just did. But yeah, I don't know. We get the win. 50% accuracy that game with 14 eliminations. That's actually kind of absurd.